whole Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Kelsey stuff, bro, can't lie, it's super exhausting. And at this point, it's really big news for the unemployed.
That's big news for the unemployed.
On my plate to really worry about it, but I know about it, so I'm speaking about it. All the evidence that we're getting right now is not new, okay? Y'all have to remember, the Tory Lanez case was not recorded, okay? There was no video. So if you sat back and you actually watched Malagograms, Mo Gangad, academics, a few other reporters, Megan, they covered the case and they told you what was talked about and what was shown, but we never actually seen the evidence, right? So because we didn't see the evidence that they're dropping is what's being used, right? Or stuff that has been suppressed, X, Y, and Z. All this evidence is not new, as I just said. And me, even though I am Team Tory, and the reason why, let me explain before I kill. The reason why I'm Team Tory is strictly because there's something about this case that I don't like. And what that is when Meg and Kelsey got on the stand, as a victim, if you're going to curve the truth to make yourself seem more of a victim, I lose that sympathy card for you. And let me explain, before y'all try to, blame me. Let me explain. Kelsey and Meg both did the exact same thing on the stand that I did not like. When they got to asking them what happened when they got out the car, they both excluded the fact that they got into a fight. That's when they started doing the I can't recall, I don't remember, I don't know. Even though y'all see it now, the physical evidence showing it was definitely a fight. Kelsey knees all messed up, X, Y, and Z, they obviously got into a brawl. And I heard the man put the hoods on Kelsey. That's what I heard, okay? And evidence proves that it looks like, she might have put the paws on Kelsey, okay? Now, with that being said, both of them got on that stand and literally said, I can't recall. They both made it seem like that there was never a fight. Without that evidence, it's like you're trying to sway the jury to not think, well, dang, what if it was Kelsey that did it? The evidence was never shown that way to make it seem as if Kelsey did that because they excluded the fact that they got into a fight. They act like it never happened. But if Meg was, in my own opinion, if Meg was truly a victim, you go up there and you tell the entire story. If you know everything else, you would know that you and Kelsey got into a fight. So when you start doing the I don't recall, this is that, just to help your case, me personally, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all obviously got into a fight, and it's not beyond a reasonable doubt that Kelsey might have actually done it. That's the problem that Tory's team is having, in my own personal opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt that, dang, Kelsey might have been the one that pulled that trick. But what really ended Tory was the fact that Sean Kelly got on the stand and changed up his story. The prosecutors tripped him up, so he pretty much said that Tory was the one that had it, even though they had him on recording saying that it was the girl that did it. He saw it X, Y, and Z. And because it was months later, it was easy to trick Sean Kelly into his original statement. Once he said that Tory was cooked. Tory was cooked. Any justification that Tory might have had, that right there ended. You got Meg crying on the stand. You got Meg telling the story on the stand. You got Kelsey's own statement on the stand. Kelsey didn't say nothing. In the police station, she gave all this 2-3 months prior. So it seemed like she was trying to protect Tory, or might have even been trying to protect herself. Really don't know. Those 3 things is what exactly diminished Tory Lanez. He was done after that. Now, if his bodyguard would have been able to take the stand, and if Kelsey's bodyguard would have came forward with what he's saying, Tory would have walked easily. There's nothing that would have changed. That information would have changed a lot between Kelsey and Tory. Between Kelsey's bodyguard and Tory's bodyguard, both saying that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my own personal opinion. But this evidence is not new. We've seen this already. We've heard about this already. Well, we haven't seen it. We've heard this already. So don't think that this evidence is anything other than, what's already been out there. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, and I don't think that this will hurt or help Tory just putting it all out there. But it may help him with the, getting the pardon. But I really don't know, all the facts yet. What it does help in public opinion. I see a lot of women changing up how they feel about men because they start to see that things are adding up. Now they're starting to have the same questions that we have. But a lot of them at the beginning was all Team Meg. Even me, I'm like, dang, Tory. But as the story went on, I started having questions that I needed answered. And when the trial came, I didn't get them answered. And now that the women are seeing the evidence and Meg is already losing her fame, she's not like the it girl right now. A lot of people are seeing beyond the fact that, this is Meg Thee Stallion, something happened to Meg, I'm gonna be on her side. They're starting to actually look at the evidence like, hold on now, something ain't right here. Which is good to see. But at the same time, I just think that they all should have, it's too late now, just told the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and like I've been saying, unlike a lot of people, my opinion can be swayed. And me personally, I haven't heard anything that tells me that Tory actually did it. I can speculate that he might have or that he might have it, but I haven't seen anything that specifically tells me that Tory Lanez did it. Besides eyewitness testimony and the text message between Kelsey to her bodyguard or whoever else, it's a whole lot of stuff that could potentially make you see that. But overall, nah. But that's that. Next.
I appreciate you for checking out this video. If you like this type of content, make sure that you hit the follow button. I'm trying to get 100,000 followers, man, on all my social media platforms. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'm close to 10K, but I'm trying to run up to 100K or more. So help me out with that.
You couldn't walk a mile up in my shoes. They say that if you snooze, you're gonna lose. Everybody wasting time, but I'm just staying on my grind till I ain't got nothing to prove.